Right, so this is our vision and mission statement at CIU. On the next slide, our CIU mission pillars are personal, support and encouraging, accessible, global and affordable, entrepreneurship, aspirational, and driven. So goal setting. How will your degree help you reach your goals? This is a really important question because all of you are here for a reason, and it is to change your life. Now, maybe there's a different reason, different goals, different career path, but all of you here as well. So go ahead, and this is actually part of the first assignment at CIU in ACE 100, which I'll show you. So start thinking about goals today. So one thing I want to ask all of you, Jennifer, Melvin, Roy, how will this degree help you reach your goals? And reminder, please, if you cannot talk, use the chat box because there's I prefer not to mute devices to continue the presentation. So please go ahead. Inform us, why you're here. What are your goals, actually? What's your goals? Maybe you'd like to start? Does anybody have any questions before we get started? Anybody like to share about themselves? Okay, Vincent in the chat box. I want to finish my degree and set a good example for my children. That's excellent. That's good. Yeah, many of our students, are the pillars of their family, leaders, and so they want to show an example to their family and then to the children and improve their family life. Okay, should make a difference. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I've been at CIU for 7 years. I'm an advisor for about 5. I background in school counseling and student affairs. So I really enjoy working with students. And start my degree and get a good job. Excellent. I mean that's exactly why many are here. You want to enter your life. You want to get not just a job, but a job you want. So that's good. Anybody else like to share about what are their goals here at CIU? Is there anybody else also listening in that has not introduced themselves? If so, please do so before we continue. Okay, so let's get started. This is my Student Services Advisor. There are currently 2 Executive Student Service Advisors at CIU, and myself, Eduardo Hernandez. That's my direct line, text number, and also my office hours. Furthermore, Executive Student Service Advisor David Rodriguez. His hours are a little different. Mine are 8 to 5, his 7 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. If one of us is on the line, you can speak to either one of us and we're able to assist you if one of us is on the line or occupy at the moment with another student. One note is I'm Executive Student Service Advisor currently with students with last names beginning A through K. David is working with students whose last name is L through Z. I typically work with undergraduate students. That's why I'm presenting today. So we both have experience and work with all kinds of populations of students. Do we have one other person just wanted to share a little bit more about themselves? Vincent says, I started in 2008 in my second year out of the Army, and I bounced around 3 community colleges. Okay. All right. So I mean that's an important fact. We have a lot of students in the military who have come to CIU. A lot of alumni in the military, and have maybe pursued either education on the ground campus, but then with their career path and their need to help we have better time management, balancing the two, go on school online. So we have a lot of veterans who start here at CIU. Good to know. Excellent. Thank you, Vincent, for sharing that. This is the student portal login screen. So if you have been enrolled, you'll have access to your student portal as an enrolled student immediately. This is information that you utilize when you apply it and enroll. So the information that you provide to us will be applied to your student portal, which I'll show you in a moment. The username and password that you receive as a CIU student is provided to you by me or David directly. That happens when you complete new student onboarding. So if you're asking yourself, when do I get my credentials? You speak to me and David first, and we provide that to you directly in an email and review that with you in onboarding. We want to make sure all the information is accurate and able to provide you those credentials. Username and password. So again, I think we have a large group, so I'll mute for now and then pause for a moment for questions. So you will receive long credentials, I mentioned, from us, David and I, student service and student services. Now, your password is something that's really important. Any password here at CIU you want to ensure to have available. So ensure that if you forgot your password, first of all, select forgot your password on the link. Then you'll be able to retrieve it and have it emailed by completing the security questions that you made as a student. You can then email the help desk at caluniversity.edu, or 3, contact your advisor for a password reset. The easiest way, though, is fucking forgot your password, because you don't always have, if it's the middle of the night, you want to ensure to have that retrieved accordingly. Now it's time for the tutorial. So I'm going to go to our web browser. Are there any questions before we go to our... Okay, so I'm going to pause for a moment. I'm going to go over the orientation. Please use the chat box if you have any questions, and I'll answer those live. Oops, sorry. Let me go to the correct screen. I apologize. This is not the correct screen I was referring to. So to get to the student portal, here's an example way to get in. You go to caluniversity.edu, and we also will email you the link. You can go to log in to my classes or student portal. Let's first show you the student portal. Yes, so there are 2 different portals. That's correct. The portal that I'm showing right now is the student portal, which is your administrative website. So for the demo today, I've logged in a user account. I press login into the student portal. So the student portal is your administrative website. So this has all of your records, all of your schedule information, your payment information, and documented information. So as you can see, this is very vital information. You can't just be able to log in. It has to be secure. That's why we mentioned about having a username and password and memorizing it and saving it. So the student portal has information like this to the left of your screen. Primarily, this is the drop-down menu, course schedule, academics, you have your degree audit, class schedule, as I mentioned, GPA calculator, grades, and proctored exam information. Then you have profile, finances, financial aid, documents, and external links. Finances in particular, that's where you can make payments and do your payments online. And you also have your financial aid information if you utilize financial aid and document center and so forth. So this is, as you can see, where you go to where all of your information is stored and able to review. Like this is information that would view like in a student record or a administrative website and file. This is not where you submit assignments. This is not where you see videos for assignments or communicate with other students or faculty members. This is separate from all of your classes. So but it's still, of course, very vital because you want to be up to date, in particular with your grades and payments and tuition information, understandably. So from here, you can go to the Learn Center. And this website, just to let you know, is available now if you've been enrolled. So select Go to Learn Center here. You can actually go from here instead of logging back out. I selected Go to Learn Center, and then you get this screen right here. There's one more screen. It says here, please disable pop-up blockers or add the caluniversity.edu domain as a trusted site. So please refer your web browser's guide for assistance. So one thing that I would also advise to you is to ensure that your Learn Center is, your browser, I'm so sorry, is up to date and you're familiar with the web browser. Because like right now I'm using Internet Explorer. I typically also use Google Chrome. So each one has a little bit different in terms of pop-up blockers or ensuring your website is approved, added on as an approved website on your browser. You're going to use, moving forward, both the student portal, the My Portal link, myportal.converse.edu, and the Learn Center. So this is what the Learn Center looks like in a separate window. It looks like this. Oops, let me actually go to the correct one. Looks like this. Sorry about that. I just gave you a sneak preview of the class. So this is what the Learn Center looks like if you look at the Learn Center and are logged in either directly or via the link I just showed you. This is where you go to class. And as you can see, this is very different. So you're seeing here it's saying, what time is it? It says the official time zone for CIU, it's reflecting Pacific time zone, which is correct. So you have to submit assignments before midnight, which is something we'll discuss in the course room. So every time you log in, you'll know what time it is here in California by looking at the clock here. So just kind of an idea to look at. This is what your Learn Center will look like. It'll say your name. You can put your picture, and I'll have these drop-down menus here, which we'll review in our tutorial. Then to the left of your screen, you also have a drop-down menu here. You can also minimize it, like enlarge the screen with this icon here. The dashboard, a calendar, the courses. This is a demo from my version as well. If I scroll down, you'll see there's, like for example, there's updates and news to the right of your screen, and in the middle, this is announcements for the entire university. It's going to be personal announcements and updates that you will have access to, like the end of course survey that students complete at the end of the term. The catalog updates here. Micro courses. These are courses in which you use for free and can access for help, like online library, how to create a paper, how to find articles, and so forth. Those always are available. So that is the Learn Center. Before we get on to your class, I'm going to show you what the class looks like. Are there any questions? You can use the chat box, or I'm going to once again unmute everybody, but please, if you're in an area of background noise, please unmute yourself. Are there any questions regarding the tutorial so far?
No, no questions at all.
Okay, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay?
Yes, and yourself?
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So let's move forward in showing your classroom. So and just a reminder, this orientation is about 1 hour, so if you leave early or need to step out, get up the announcement, we'll send you the recording in PowerPoint as well. So I want to go prompt through each section. Not going to be able to review everything in the classroom right away. I want to just give you a high-level view of what to expect and what it looks like. Something you can reference to as well before Monday. Soon enough, in the week, you'll be in class. So I just in a separate window looked at ACE 100. This is the current version of ACE 100. This is the classroom. So under My Courses, you will have ACE 100. Every undergraduate student starts ACE 100 at CIU. Okay. As I scroll down, you'll see here the orientation highlights, the syllabus, the MPA essay template, a style guide, additional resources like Grammarly and Verify, which we'll talk about. There's course forums where there's announcements in the course that you make updated information or your instructor provides information. There's Unit 1. Unit 1 is the first group of assignments for week 1. Unit 1 syllabus quiz, student biography, which you may have already learned about upon enrollment. Then you have your reading assignments, presentations, discussion questions, practice exams, weekly exam, and your mini writing assignment. See, week 2 is very similar, but a very different topic, but there's not a biography statement or syllabus quiz. Unit 3, classroom mastery. Unit 4, personal growth. Unit 5, academic writing skills. Unit 6, critical thinking, information literacy. And the last assignment in the week has the first project. So at the end of this particular class, You have a course project, and many assignments will have a final project, writing assignment, and a final exam at the end of the class. Okay. I'm scrolling just back up. Please chime in if you have any questions. So I'm going to go actually over the ACE 100 syllabus. Who here has reviewed a syllabus before? Anybody reviewed a syllabus before, like in a previous classroom or online or a college class?
Yes.
Okay, so a syllabus is basically your guide, your map for the class, what you need to know exactly for the class. Okay, so just download the syllabus in a PDF, the course information, course description, course requirements, grading course assessment, the grade points. So this is actually really important. Let me go back to this. So grade points is critical because this is actually showing you exactly what is necessary at CIU. So I'll take you a moment to review that. You can see that there are different points added for every assignment, and it breaks it down week to week what's due. Then scroll down, you'll see if the course project and final exam are worth the most, 16 and 10% respectively. And then scroll down, you see the rubric for the discussion questions. It has to be 100 words minimum. And the second, one of the discussion questions requirements that you must post 2 substantive comments to notes posted by others. You have to post a response, 100 words minimum, and then 2 comments back to them. And then with your course schedule. So if you're wondering what do I do in class, this is exactly what you need. The syllabus highlights exactly what is required to be completed. Like the first week, you have the bibliography, it has the reading, the discussion questions, Okay, I'll give you a moment just to look at the course syllabus and the schedule and your schedule. All right. Are there any questions regarding the syllabus? You use the chat box or please use your mic to follow up. Okay. All right, so I'm going to, none at the moment. Okay, great, Milton. Okay, so just going back to the classroom. I went over the APA syllabus. And we have just a couple notes here. Now, you are going to write in your courses, there will be times where you might make writing assignments. And writing assignments are really important because that will be exactly. Writing assignments will be, kind of the backbone of your assignments and earning your degree here with us. So one of the ways that you'll be writing assignments is by the APA essay template, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So one of the things you'll be learning, as you saw in week 5 in particular, how to write a paper, how to use Microsoft Word, how to write an APA template. APA is just one of the writing formats that you use in college. It stands for American Philological Association. So we'll include it, I'm just downloading here, it's just a template, like an example of how to write a paper. As you can see, the running head isn't the actual title. It's just a sample of what to do with the running head. Then you have your cover page here. And the title here, heading, conclusions, just a sample. Like for example, when you write a paper, you do references and do articles. There's a reference page that shows you how to do that. And I'll show you in the Writing Center additional resources, but this is something you'll be learning, but you do want to start using this template in the first class, and adapt it yourself, with your own, information. There's the APA style guide. the additional resources here. So one resource that we provide to students is Grammarly. Grammarly is a writing enhancement platform that is utilized for plagiarism detection, of course, proper grammar, spelling, and so forth. And you actually can log in because you will get a university email. And then you'll get, when you're onboarded as a CIU student, you get a caluniversity.edu email where all of the information from CIU is presented to you. They also give you a Grammarly user manual with the code and instructions how to download Grammarly and use it on your computer, on your Microsoft Word. And we have course forums. So you have your course announcements. This is like just, the forums, if you've maybe gone online in other places, you see that, many websites have forums. So this one, it has, of course, a forum with all of the instructor facilitates, like the instructor provides your biography and your policies and a welcome statement and how to contact her. Professor Colin Mateo is one of the instructors who does typically teach this class, one of the sections. Then we have Unit 1. I went over that earlier, but I want to show you one first thing is the Unit 1 quiz, syllabus quiz. This is a sample of the syllabus quiz. You earn credit. You can see it's an open book, of course. You want to review the syllabus. I'm just give you a preview. It says right here that attendance in the course is required. And give you a clear the answer. It is not optional. It is every week. Remember that. That's what we're reviewing today. The syllabus quiz should be something that, it's not just to do. This is going to help you kind of give you an idea of what to continue expecting. You're not going to remember everything about the syllabus in one look. This is something that will reinforce what you need to know. Be successful at CIU in your course. But one of the other assignments that's really important is the student biography. Now, this is the assignment that you get credit for if you go to class the first day. So let me first select student biography. It's going to show you the directions again. Students must complete a biographical assignment and post no later than Monday at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Use a factual and concise biography not exceeding 3 paragraphs mentioning the following. So that's like professional experiences, your qualifications, your academic experiences, your motivations. That's what we talked about goals earlier. How will this course assist you in any interesting facts? So it's really just like introducing yourself to the classroom or at work, maybe for the first time, but you're going to be posting it in the forum. So just like kind of like in social media, if you would, like maybe another Facebook or something, you would add your discussion to the thread of comments below for your fellow classmates. So you select add a new discussion. This goes for any discussion forum. They'll have a tab where you can add a new discussion. You select it, then you of course have your picture here and your name, but your subject, type your post, and then press submit. And that goes for any assignment. Any assignment that has the word submit, that means you either got to text and post something or submit a Word document. Now you can even here, if you'd like to, post a document under the biography section. If you'd like, it's not required. I typically encourage students, the easiest way instead of going back and forth is in the first day, just type in and post. Very simple. No more than 3 paragraphs, actually. It doesn't have to be too long. And you earn credit for showing up the first day. That is the biography statement. I'm going to go back to the classroom and show you a couple more things. When I talk about student biography, there's lessons and readings here in a presentation. So I click lesson home, like for example, in the first week. And you have Unit 1 discussion questions. You can see here, all the information I say for weekly discussion questions. We do have a question in the GoToMeeting app. Let's take a look. I think somebody asked about early. So in the chat box, Vincent asks, are we allowed to post our bio prior? Yes, you can. Actually, Sunday night, because of the time zone difference, you have to log in early and post your bio. So yes, you can. Not today, but closer to Sunday night, you can go ahead and do the time zone login and start posting your bio. Then you have the week 1 and unit 1 exam. Each exam, you're allowed actually 120 minutes, 2 hours to complete an exam in the first class. And that may vary from course to course. So always remember, you have to look at the instruction, your syllabus, because not every course will be the same. This is an introductory class. So other courses in, let's say, math or business or even English, will have different exams, of course, different textbooks, and sometimes different instructions. And of course, probably a different instructor. So you want to always review what is required. Like, for example, this one is a mini writing assignment. This is a mini writing assignment. So this is why I brought up goals, because in the first writing assignment, you're going to write a paragraph. For each of the first 5 weeks, you're writing a paragraph about your succeeding in my educational journey. We'll compile each of these mini writing assignments to assist in developing your final project essay. So your final project essay is the main assignment you have to work on in your course. As for example, if the topic says, as you move forward, educational journey, here at CIU, how can the Writing Center help you in other courses? Okay. And as I scroll down, we'll see a couple more assignments, Unit 2, Unit 3, and so forth. I already reviewed that. So let's go back to the top of our screen. Are there any questions so far? I think Roy Sutton may have left. Any questions so far? Before I come back. Okay. All right, well, let's continue. We're about halfway through the hour. So let's move forward. Again, I mentioned, we're going to go through the top level of what to expect and give you an idea what to review. But when you go into class, then you'll really get an idea of what you'll, understandably visually review each what I'm reviewing today. So I'm going to go over a couple more items here. We have here the home page, back to your My Classes, the student portal. Student resources in particular is very important. So let's start with the Student Resource Center. So welcome to the Resource Center. As I scroll down, you'll see there's a student handbook, a book list, there's a tutoring services. So tutoring.com is a new resource that is available to you as a CIU student. Using the VitalSource bookshelf and e-text. This is actually a training regarding VitalSource. In the first class, I didn't show you a textbook. There's not a textbook in your first class. But there will be in other courses. So there's a tutorial here in the Resource Center, and there will be one of your courses for VitalSource. VitalSource is the ebook application website and app. Ebooks are included in part of your courses and are of course accessible during the term. So they're available during the term. If you want to keep an ebook, you can purchase them on the VitalSource app. You can also actually purchase hardcover copies of the textbook. For example, right here, actually skim through it. There's a book list, so you can always review the textbook information here as well. And there's also information here regarding Grammarly, the code of conduct for students, the late grading policy and penalty. So that's a good reminder, because we'll talk about later about the attendance policy. You see here that any assignment received after the due date, so after 7 days of the due date, we'll have a 10% reduction from total points. Any assignment received on 8 days through 14 will have a 20%. After 15 days, and this may vary from course to course. will not be accepted. Like, for example, discussion questions, because it's only done during the week, it can only be done during that week. That is your participation. You cannot go back in week 4, do a discussion in week 3, and so forth. And we also have Pocket Confidant. Pocket Confidant is a virtual coaching tool that we provide to CIU students. It's actually artificial intelligence based, AI based, and it's really, really great. And we're always looking to enhance the student experience. So we always offer tools such as these counseling tools that are available to students, so they can improve, anything outside academic, personal, and any counseling. We want to provide any resources we can to you, the student. Okay, we have a question. So Vincent says, so the ebooks are free to download, but only for the duration of the course. Yes. Shortly after, and this may vary by day, depending on the publisher. If you want to keep it, you can purchase it. I always have it on the app and on the go. And they actually, some ebooks include audio. A lot of students listen to their audio of the ebook while they're driving or traveling. And then some students don't use maybe the ebook very minimally and want to purchase a hardcover copy. And they, we don't provide a direct, sell the printed version directly. But they're always available. We make sure that there is a copy online that you can purchase, through Google or Amazon, find on Amazon, such textbooks. All right, that's Pocket Confidant, an online virtual coaching tool. Okay, so we're now going to offer we're going to review a couple more things. I want to go over a couple more items here. We have a math lab. It has writing tutor, math lab tutors that you can ask in the forum for help, led by Dr. Stephen Hess. And they'll respond to you within 24 to 48 hours. Same thing goes for the Writing Center. And the Writing Center actually is a little bit more. Usually in the undergraduate program, you will have, as I mentioned, you have writing assignments. So the Writing Center actually a little bit more tutors. There's you see here a lot of resources to the right of my screen with Grammarly and Grammar, APA, GIM, you saw that earlier. So look at here, at the top right of my screen, you have a lot of different resources here, like OWL Produce is very popular for the APA format. Dissertation template, quick mail. It's led by the Writing Center Director, Don Kirk-Macon. And you have Dr. Sally Lozada. And then Daniel Chavez. And Elizabeth Forzon. So we have actually currently have 4 tutors. For example, Danny Chavez, who you saw here, specializes in AP formatting and proofreading. You also have Elizabeth Forzon as well. Maybe he has an English composition. So look at the tutors. If you request a review, they'll respond in 24 to 48 hours, even on the weekends. So that's why it's important that if you need help in writing, if you ask Sunday night, it's very, very unlikely you ask Sunday night that you have able to talk to your tutor regarding assignment. You want to, you're empowered to use the tutoring services at you, please. So if it being 100% online, you want to ensure that just like anywhere, you don't just ask for help whenever right before an assignment's due. You have to, using tutoring services, any kind of assignment, you want to, follow up immediately. Just like the university setting, if you need help, if you ask an hour before it's due or even the day before it's due, you'd be pressed for time. So, review accordingly. We'll talk about time management later. Then we have our online library. I'm going to go over the online library. This is databases that we use for research. And then I'm going to go over the help desk, technical support, This is the support center where you can submit a help desk ticket. There's also base articles here, how to submit assignment, how to lead a submission, how to view a textbook comics, how to install Office 365. I mentioned earlier that you get a university email. That includes Office 365 as well. Then you have forums here. How do I set, like form information? You have your quick mail, how to use a quick mail. Open up a new ticket. Email address, full name, phone number, and help topic, ticket details. Okay, I'll be very clear about the details here, and then create a ticket. And you can use you can see you can insert an image and insert information. You can always, it's very important that you're very clear and concise. And the faster you submit a ticket, the faster we'll get back to you. It's really important that you open the ticket as soon as possible, whether it be on the weekend or late at night, so that we know we can track and access your issue immediately. Okay, so we actually read the tutorial. I'm going to conclude the latter for the next part of orientation. Are there any questions? How's everybody doing? Was there anything that maybe you want to review again? Any concerns at this point, or just how are everybody feeling?
Good.
Good. Awesome. Is there any tutorial that you found very helpful? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not see the chat box. A little bit, it didn't pop up right away. Okay, now I can see it. Sorry about that, I didn't see it on my end, but okay, here we go. Sorry about that, Jennifer. How many books will we have for one class? You typically only have one book for each class, except for your first book. We have first course, you have no books, and the books are online. Good. Yeah, sorry about that. Because on my end, the questions got delayed a little bit. So, are there any additional questions before we move forward? Okay, I'm going to go back to the orientation PowerPoint. Just to recap. So student portal, again, administrative headquarters, degree audit, schedule, grades, account information, payment information. That's where you update your personal information in a student ID card. You can actually request a student ID card as well. Then Vincent asks, great question, are we only taking one class for the first 6 weeks? Yes. Now that may change. On the undergraduate program, students have the option of taking 1 to 2 extra classes. That's something you suggest after you complete your first semester. And you would talk to Dave and I about that because that impacts your schedule. It would very likely impact any kind of financial applications and your academic progress. So if you want to take an additional class and have the course load and time for them to do it, you can speak to us first. We can help you arrange your schedule and help you decide on that. Well, sometimes some students do take 2 courses every 6-week term, or at times during the year. Okay. Then going back to the Learn Center. It's through Moodle. It's actually a content management system, the actual website and the type of learning platform. Remember, the Learn Center is a student resource center, writing center, math lab, your classes, of course, the online library, and also there's a VeriCite plagiarism scanner, link for Grammarly. Let's check in. So who is my advisor? If your last name is A through K, it's myself, Eduardo Hernandez. If your last name is L through Z, it is David Rodriguez. How do I access my course? You can access your course via the student portal or going directly into the Learn Center website. All right, any additional questions before we get to the technology requirements? I'm going to go now rather quickly just to ensure we end within our time frame. So let's go over now technology requirements. So as you can see here, what maybe should be obvious is that you need a computer and internet connectivity to be online. You're going to be provided Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. You have to be familiar with your browser. We also recommend Google Chrome. This is a popular browser amongst our students. Adobe Acrobat Reader, and technical support. As you mentioned, if you have any issues, you can contact myself and David. But the technical issue, access to information like the items you see here, technical support could review your information rather quickly. Does everybody here have any concerns with the technology requirements? Any concern with having a computer or internet access? Everybody here have a computer for Monday, and should I have one by then? Because if you're online, yes, that's good. I mean, sometimes you're online with a phone or an iPad, but you're going to be writing assignments, so you want to have the keyboard and the technology to do it successfully. Right, Vincent is ready to go. Awesome. All right, so a couple more things. Course schedule and registration. We register classes for you. There are 8 terms courses in a year, and every course is 6 weeks. All schedule changes must be done during week 1. For detailed information, always review the university catalog. So this is really important because we register classes for you. There are 8 terms courses in a year. So every year you've been taking at least 24 units, which is 8 classes. So, and you can always, plan ahead if you always know how long classes are. If you have any concerns with your schedule or something happens, or you already know ahead of time that it's going to impact your class schedule, you got to let us know during week 1, because week 1 you can make changes without any impact to the ideally. So, if you have concerns, if you're unsure, that's why you want to talk to David and myself and be familiar with our university catalog. The link you saw, as I understand, email to new students in the Learn Center. It's here in our website. The catalog and all the vital information regarding your program, your policies, and any potential scenarios regarding enrolling at CIU. Now, we talked about attendance briefly. Let's go into detail a little bit more. So please chime in if you have any questions regarding attendance. This is really important. Students must attend and participate in their courses on a weekly basis. Now, attendance includes submitting an assignment, taking an exam, or posting in course forums. Active participation in the course room. So that means you did a quiz or discussion or a bio statement, something like that. An actual assignment is considered attendance. You have to submit an assignment. Attendance is not logging into your course without being active. So if you log in and then start browsing, that's not attendance. If you log in and go to the tutoring center, that's not attending the classroom. So that counts as participating in counseling or advising, which is good. You may do that instead of submitting an assignment for that day. So that's not the day, that's not considered attendance. As a new student, if you don't attend and start Unit 1, non-participation in week 1 will result in program cancellation. So that's why it's important. In particular, the first week, we already have an assignment on the first day, the biography statement, which doesn't take a lot of time, but it is participation in attendance. So if you submit an assignment, let's say on Monday, you don't submit anything on Tuesday or Wednesday, but then submit something on Thursday, the last time you attended would have been that Monday. That is the way that you monitor attendance. If you, let's say, submit on Monday, don't submit anything the rest of the week, but you log in and you see things and read things, that's good, but that means you probably are behind and you haven't submitted an assignment and you haven't actively attended. And then, of course, assignment deadlines. So the deadlines are part of the course attendance. Unit assignments are due for completion the Sunday of each week before midnight, at 11:55 p.m. Pacific time. And that includes all discussion questions, responses, and quizzes and written assignments. So anything in that unit that's in the syllabus must be done before midnight. That doesn't mean you submit things at midnight. It means, you want to submit things as you complete them, so that be early in the week. Some students can finish things, doing some things on Monday. Or maybe most of the times are due Sunday and Saturday. You're not penalized for that. So you want to ensure what in you plan to submit assignments. Students will be drawn, just a reminder, students will be drawn after 14 consecutive days of non-attendance. So if you don't show up for class after 1 week, we then do reach out to you. But if you don't attend for 2 weeks, you put yourself in a situation where you will be and may be withdrawn. No, I'm sorry, you will be, because that means you haven't attended for 1/3 of the class. Completion of weekly units are also required. That's really important. So that's what we talked about earlier about late submissions. And so if you do submit things late, and if you may have been to school before, doesn't mean you'll get full credit. Submitting things by deadlines is part of the college experience. When you're working, whatever you decide to do afterwards, you have to submit things on time, go to work on time, fill out paperwork on time. That's part of the processes of being disciplined and going to school. Yes, we're online. You can submit things whenever you want during that week, but there are always going to be deadlines that will help you and guide you learn the skills in the next part of your career. And then lastly, of course expectations, understanding the syllabus and instructor policies. Attendance is weekly and writing assignments in APA format. Are there any questions regarding what we've covered so far? All right, so let's check in, everybody. What technology do I need? You require to have a computer with internet connectivity. When are assignments due? Each unit may have discussion posts and quizzes, tests, and assignments all due before midnight, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. It's actually like a 5-minute buffer right there between 11:55 and 11:59. So we're on the last part of our orientation. Oh, sorry, one more question. How long is each course? 6 weeks. So I'm going to take a little breather for a second. How's everybody doing before we get to the last part? Good. Excuse me. I take a little bit of water break there. Okay, so I'm glad you guys are doing good. We're almost done. I know we've gone through a lot, but I'm going to kind of summarize a couple important things. So identifying a study space, these are also recommendations. If you're going online for the first time, you want to find a place free of distractions, reliable power source, uncluttered, and create a schedule. And then time management. Remember to use time wisely. Plan ahead. Give yourself a break. Not everybody works. It will work at a certain time. Maybe your work schedule allows you to study peacefully at night. Maybe you work at night. Maybe you're a morning person. Maybe you're not. But if you are, maybe you want to best concentrate and study in the morning. Or there's an area that you can always concentrate. You don't have kids in the background. You have your neighbor maybe making noise or TV on. Those stuff was really important. So use your time wisely and plan ahead. I think what's the important thing with time management, especially if you're going to school online, because you're not going anywhere, typically like a classroom that you have to attend. No one's going to penalize you for not going anywhere, but you are empowered. You decide when you're going to study during the week. Everybody's different, so you have to decide. No one's going to tell you how to study. You are going to do that as an empowered CIU online student. And more additional SEMA resources and support. There's the Writing Center, Pocket Confidant, Grammarly, Student ID card, the Math Lab, and the CIU writing channel. All right, so just a brief recap there. You saw the staff directory, financial aid officer, Joanna Amaral, Rita Garcia, also one of the other financial aid officers. You can see their last names are broken down also, A through K and L through Z. The registrar, Mark Wills, who will you receive emails if you're enrolled, and furthermore, be the point of contact regarding your transcripts. We also have the bursar, student bursar Chandra Austin, student accounting, Isaac Garcia. There's also the Writing Center Director, Professor Don Kirk Macon. Help Desk Ticket, the Enrollment Department, and the Financial Aid Department. And then also, we already talked about Pocket Confidant, virtual coaching tool. It's AI-based. You actually receive an invite to Pocket Confidant once you get started officially during the first week. And then also study partners. So we really look forward to having everybody pursue their degrees online. A lot of benefits to having somebody there with you. So a lot of students actually join together, a good portion, and many may graduate together. So, like for example, I think every year I see family members, maybe spouses, graduate together. It may not even have the same degree. It may not exactly start at the same time, but having somebody there, you know, I mean, even some family members who are in different parts of the country have joined together, because then you can like share ideas, help build confidence. Maybe if someone has been online before, maybe somebody has it. It's like additional support. You like study together at times. Everything's virtual now. You can communicate like we are right now via GoToMeeting or like Skype and like that. So, you know, yes, you're not going to a classroom with people, but you can select who's with you, and help others also join school. We have degrees, of course, in master's and doctorate level, and other bachelor degree programs. So if anyone would like to, we're still accepting applications for May 20th. And you can start going together and pursue your degrees and then go to graduation together and celebrate. It's always great. Let's check in. We're almost done here. 1 or 2 resources for academic support: the Math Lab and the Writing Center. Are students issued ID cards? Yes. They'll be issued an ID card after the completion of the first course. The open forum now. Let's see here. We're finishing right around time, so I want to really have the rest of the time to just talk to you guys. Jennifer asked how long was orientation. As you can see, it's about an hour, so we're almost done. But I'll be on the line. But really, I want to welcome all of you. I really want to welcome you again here to CIU. I'm so happy that you've made it today and joining our school. I love working with students, particularly undergraduate students, because it's like the start of this new journey. So as I don't know how to say this, but you have no idea at times how much really getting a degree and the skills you've been learning impacts changes your life and opens up opportunities. It sometimes seems a little far away, but before you know it, you are graduating. Vincent asks, what are financial aid benefits usually paid out? That actually really does vary from student to student. I would advise you to speak to your financial aid officer and enrollment advisor, or if you're already in communication with financial aid officer, contact for yourself. It would be Rita Garcia. You're not yet enrolled. I would talk to your enrollment advisor directly about that to ensure you know what may be about financial aid. It really does vary regarding a student's financial aid. So I can't not really speak to as to any exact dates when that is sent out. Understandably, you would start school as well. And financial aid is, utilized accordingly, for educational purposes. All right, are there any additional questions? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feel? I hope this was helpful. Is there anything I didn't cover? You can always let me know now, but we can also chat offline one-on-one if you want to discuss things offline with myself or even David. Let's see. Let's take a quick roll call. Jennifer just left, but I know we had Milton, Tiffany, and Vincent. on the line. We also had Ray Sutton join and may have left us. Is there anybody else who joined us? Because I think we did have a couple more people, but they didn't want to introduce themselves. So please don't stay shy. Don't stay shy. I'll be closing up soon. This is going to be a teleconference. Anybody else on the line? All right, Milton, Tiffany, Vincent, any additional questions? Anything that they want to review or anything about the program I can go over? Class starts on Monday, May 20th, so it's about a week away. So, and again, I'm going to send you a recording of the PowerPoint by tomorrow. You can review it together and have it handy this week and for the weekend. Oh, I'll be sending the recording in a video on YouTube shortly, now that I've converted it into an audio file. All right, before I close up, we're right now finishing right at 4:30. Any time for one more question? All right, well, if not the case, I'm going to close up here. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you on Monday. I'll be chatting with somebody before then. Take care, and welcome again to CIU, everybody. Congratulations. Take care, everybody.